G'day and welcome to Dark Solid Gaming and a special map preview. We are today going to be previewing Stevie's new map, LakeLand Vale. This map will be available on the 24th of January for all to use. It is a PC only map. It will not be available for consoles, so don't bother asking. Unfortunately, that's just the way it is. But we are going to have a bit of a look around and see what this map entails. I'd like to thank Stevie for giving us the opportunity to help him out with testing and also previewing this map. So without further ado, let's get in there and have a bit of a look around. All right, so this is where we start. This is the farmyard and the farmhouse, and quite an extensive farmhouse it is, and it looks fantastic. As always with everything that Stevie does, he does a really good job. So we can flash up the barbie here, put another shrimp on the barbie, and sit down, put our feet up, and we'll be all well and rested. All right, let's have a look. We'll just jump down over the roof, over the veranda here, and there we are. Look at that. Got a little mower out there. It's not a Victor, not an Aussie Victor, but it'll do. And there we go. Smoke out the chimneys. Excellent. Lovely attention to detail. Really, really nice. All right, so let's not delay. Let's have a look at the map. Right, so this is not a 4x map. It's a standard size map, and this is it. So it's a wonderful looking map, and it has a total of 23 fields. As you can see, fully populated through there. It has a lot of free space for grass. This area up through here is all grass as well, around beyond the forest area here. So you can use that for either collecting for grass for your animals, if you actually own the land, or you can use it to plant more trees. Now we'll have a look at the land setup. So when we're buying our lands on this map, we start out with the farm and the farmhouse and the appropriate buildings through here. And we start out with fields 1 through to 5. So that's not too bad. 5 starter fields, reasonable size fields, and we're good to go there. Now, that also includes, obviously, in here, if we come into detail of the farm itself, it includes the cow shed, the pig shed, the sheep shed. We've got the wool sale shed up here. And we've got manure store, farm supplies, we've got our chicken coop over here, and we've got the farmhouse, obviously. We do have our farm barn, which is where we're going to be selling bales, and then we have the silo bin. All right, so we also have over here the horses. Now, not that you'll ever see me use the horses, but that is part of the starter map as you start out with the game. All right, looks great so far. Now, as we said, while we're looking at the lands, so when you buy a purchase of lands, sometimes you're going to be purchasing one field, other times you'll be purchasing multiple fields. So for instance, fields 9 and 10 down here, you buy them as a parcel of land, okay? And that is $1.3 million to buy. Over here, field 6 on its own, $612,000. Here you can get 7 and 8 for $941,000. And then all these other ones up here. So 23 down through to field 17 and field 11 are all individual. Field 16 is an individual buy. And then down here you can buy fields 12, 13, 14 and 15 as a group buy at $694,000. All right, so let's have a look and see what we've got around. So we'll start at the north of the map. Looks reasonably congested up here, but we have wood chip sales over here on the northwestern side of the map. We have animal supplies and a supermarket. We have a diesel, so that's where we get our gas. We have manure sales, a US mill, so that's where we're going to be selling our arable crops, and also a spinnery for selling, I'm assuming, wool, which we'll have a look at in a minute in detail. We have a dairy up here, which is directly opposite the shop. A fantastic looking dairy it is too. We then have Jeeb's Mill. I think we've seen Jeeb's Mill in most of Stevie's maps. That's another sell point there. As we come further south, we have another gas station down here. We have the county mill down here as well. And that's pretty much it for the southern district. We have the BGA over here on the western district of the map. And then we have a grain mill over here as well, just north of field 6. All right, so that's the basic layout as we look around. We are going to have a bit of a drive around, and we will also have a flyover to sort of see the look of the land. So, but it's a nice basic looking map. Yes, all the fields are square, but you have plenty of room to make them your own. You can actually join up these fields, take out this road if you want. I'm pretty sure Stevie said the roads are actually put down as a layer or effectively a paint mask. So you can actually just rip them out and join these two fields together, for instance, if you wish to. Happy to stand corrected, but I'm pretty sure that's what he said initially. All right, obviously through here we have plenty of forestry, so you can get in and do all your logging stuff through there. And the other thing is too, there's plenty of placeable areas as well that are vacant, ready to be used. So all the way up through the back here, we have placeable areas here, and they can all be individually bought as well, as you can see. And then as we come down south, even in the farm itself, we have, let's go back into here so we can see it clearly. There is a nice big placeable area there at the farm, so we can expand the farm with sheds and all that sort of stuff if we so desire. And I thought there was a placeable down here. Obviously there's not. I was mistaken. All right. Oh, there's a little placeable over here. I think it was. All right. So that's it. Now, there's also these areas here. That seems to be a fairly vacant area there with grass. There's some grass vacant area there. You may well be able to turn those into a field as well if you wish to. So now I've had a look at the map and the basic lay of the land from that. Let's have a look and see what equipment we're going to be starting with. So if we head into the garage, and oh dear. All right, so we have started out. I say oh dear because I'm not a huge fan of John Deere. That's okay. If everyone that knows me will know that's the case. So we start off with 3 John Deere. So we've got a 6155M and 2 8400Rs. We then have a Lizard Warrior semi-trailer or a truck. We have the well-trusted New Holland CR1090 combine harvester. We have the good old Big M450. We have a Manitow MLT737 loader. We have a Lizard pickup. We have a Wilson Pacesetter trailer, a couple of Agroliner trailers. We have the Elmer Hallmaster auger wagon or loading bin. We have a 3162 New Holland Draper, 45-foot Draper header for the combine, and we also have a 980 CF corn header for the combine. We've got the Amazon cultivator, the 8003 2TX, which is the, what's that, 8 meters. We then have the Cultiplow, the Platinum Malt Cultiplow, which is also 8 meters. And then we have the Horse Pronto 9DC Seeder, which is a 9 meter unit. Now, these are all default game units. They're not Stevie's mods or anything else, so just be aware of that. We have the Vatastat Tempo L16 seeder or planter. Have a Hardy Navigator 6000 sprayer. We have a Breedle spreader. We have a Shootermaker Rapid 8400W loading wagon. And then we have a Stego 485, what do they call this again? Leveler. Sorry, mental blank. And then we have the Magsy shovel and pallet forks for our wheel loader. Then we have the bin silo by Stevie. Now this is very similar to obviously what we had in Fenton Forest and Fenton Forest 4 times, which is fantastic. We then have the bunker silo areas. Now these are all removable, so you can actually remove them, and you can also place more of these down, obviously. The double open-ended shed by Stevie, his single sheds, all that sort of stuff, which all started coming out with Fenton Forest. So he's got all his placeables and that in here, which is fantastic. The diesel station, the LakeLand farm supplies, and the wind turbines. That's going to make it a little bit of money. All right, so that is the equipment we're going to start with. And I think from there, what we're next going to do is go and have a look around the farm. So we'll be right back. Okay, so now we've had a look at the map and the lay of the land in regards to the topographical view from the map, and we've looked at our equipment. I think it's about time we went and had a bit of a look around. And the best way to do that is with a bit of altitude. All right, let's have a bit of a look. So here we have our farm silo. So this side here that we're looking at right directly below us is our spout for our output. And the other side there is obviously our drop-off point. We then have a couple of big sheds there for our bigger equipment. We then have the barn sale point there, which is for selling off our bales. Then have a few equipment sheds around through here, scattered around, which is all nice and handy to use. Have a couple of silage clamps over here, which is handy to use as well. We have our manure storage and liquid manure storage. We have the sales point here for all of our farm needs. So things like our lime and fertilizer and seeds and all that sort of stuff is available through here. We then have our sheep. This is our big sheep pen over here, which also incorporates, like it has on previous Stevie maps, with his customized sheep building. We have the sell point as well incorporated there. Or you can go and take it over to the north end of the map to the spinnery. As we progress over through here, we head on over to the cows and the pigs, which are co-located here together, going down through a lovely little road through there, which we'll cover off and have a look at a little bit later. And then directly on, so this is the pigs facing over through there. As you can see there, there's the pig sties and the pig houses, all that sort of stuff. And the cows are over this side, more to the western side. Places there for our manure, liquid manure, all that sort of stuff. We then have another road or a path that goes over through here and heads over to the place for the horses, so the horse paddock and the stables and all that sort of stuff. And then over there in the distance we can see the BGA. So we're going to head on over there and have a look at the BGA, and then we've got further things to look at. So we're going to go in a bit of height and have a look and see exactly what it looks. There's one of our mills over there. That there is the grain mill that we can see in the middle of the screen. As we head down towards the south of the map, we can see the water over through there, which sort of bounds the edge of the map. You can see a cruise ship or a little boat going up through there. This is over looking through some of the fields of the southerly side of the farm. So you can see the contours of the lands. One of the other good things with Stevie is he doesn't do just flat lands. If anyone remembers, was it Cherry Hills, I think it was, for Farming Simulator 17, very, very hilly in places, and it was a very tough ask for some of the bigger equipment and when they were fully loaded. And certainly there are elements of this that are the same. So it's great to see some great landscaping there to have to deal with. All right. So we've got to head over here and have a look at the rest of the area over here. And we'll just jump over there right now. Okay, so over here we have Jeeb's Mill. We're heading over the northern end of the map now. And we're coming into the northern township here. Up here, as we come across and up this road, on the left-hand side there, you can see our store. So that's the shop where everyone will be purchasing their equipment, and it'll be arriving through there. To the right-hand side, we have our dairy. Fantastic-looking dairy through there with all the houses around there behind it, and the road that heads on back up there to field 23, etc. And as we keep on going down this road, we get close to a lot of the other places where we've actually got sale points, all that sort of stuff. So over in here to our middle now, as we're coming in closer, this is the animal dealer. So the animal dealer in through there. Then we have the animal supplies as well, which is on the northern aspect where the silos are. We also have the market down here, which is where we can sell our eggs, etc. And then as we come across over through this side here, we've got the gas station, which is where that car had just pulled out from. And then just over to the right-hand side of that, or the eastern side of the gas station, we have the manure sales, the US mill, and the US spinnery. All right. As you can also see, this is where we have all those placeable areas. So up through there, all off to the west, to the east, we have our placeable areas, which is where we can expand and put more things in there as we so desire. All right, so that's pretty much most of the stuff covered in the map. And I think what we'll do now is we'll have a look at the wood chip sales, which is over on the western side of the map. Okay, so now we're over here at our wood chip sale point. So as you can see, this is where we were just a few minutes ago, or a couple of seconds ago. Well, sorry, we were over on the other side near the township there and the dairy and all that sort of stuff. And over through here is where our wood chip area is. As you can see, we have all the forest net around us here, bordering through field 22. And then over the back there, you can see that little grass area I was talking about previously as well that can be utilised. There is that little area for placeables and that there as well, as we did mention. And the road that goes on through here and then heads on back up towards the BGA. All right, so looking fantastic. It's a great looking map. As you can see, there's plenty of contours. So if we came down through here a little bit, you'll start seeing all the contours really sort of taking effect. So you can see this field here has got a little bit of contours to it, and it makes the game that much better and realistic. All right, so that is pretty much all the placeables and the sell points. And that's pretty much all we're going to cover. What we're going to do now is we are going to jump in the ute and we're going to have a bit of a drive around just to sort of showcase you what the farm looks like, what all the roads look like, because Stevie does a fantastic job with the layout and placement and gives a real sense of feeling, which is fantastic. So without further ado, let's jump on over to the truck and have a bit of a look around. All right, so here we are. We're at the farm and we're about to go have a bit of a drive around, have a bit of a look and see what is available and what's around. So some of the things we didn't actually see as we were flying around and having a look at the map, we'll point out as we go along. So there we go. That's the silos as we pointed out. So that's the unload point and there's the load point in through there. As you can see, we then have our couple of sheds here. We have our maintenance shed here, which is where we can do some maintenance to our vehicles and customization, which is nice and handy for us in our location there. As we head back around in here, back into the farm, as I don't go off the road. Coming in here on this side of the sheds, we have the fuel station there, so we can fill up with fuel for all of our units through here. As you can see, all the equipment that we've got that Stevie has put on the map for the starting of the map is in here. That's the bale sell point in there for the farm, which is normally located in the farms that Stevie produces, which is great. There we have the silage clamps and the manure points that we said about before, and that's the farm supplies building and silo there. We can get all our fertilizer, seed, all that sort of stuff from. Then we have the sheep pen and the sheep buildings, which are there, and we're then going to follow this track around and head down and have a look where the pigs and the cows and the horses are. So as we go down through here, we've got a nice little laneway going out through the back here. Now, we are also going to have a quick look at this at night, because Stevie always does a good job of providing a really good night scene. So as you're driving around, it'll look fantastic at night. And I'm sure, even though I haven't actually done it as yet, it's going to look fantastic. So here we go. These are the cow sheds over here to our right as we're coming down. We have our manure stacks for our pigs and our cows. We have our manatau there, and that's where we'll see all the cows once we buy them. The milk processing and storage point there. So we're going to come back around up through here past the piggery, and there we go. So directly in front of us, and now off to our right hand side is the pigs, and you can see them all the way through there. Then if we follow this path, or this track down through here, we can either go down to field 22 from here, or if we follow this straight along through here, we'll end up coming out at the horse stables. So we'll come along, having a look, and there we have the horse stables. Okay, fantastic. All right, he's got his standard light poles there, and they do look a treat when it's all lit up in not at the night. Certainly from Fenton Forest, and I'm assuming it's going to be no different for here. All right, we're going to follow the track around through here that goes through the forestry, and that will bring us out past the wood chip sale point, and then we can have a bit of a look and see how that all looks and feels, and then we'll go in through and have a look at the northern township, and then that will go over to the eastern side of the map and have a look over through there as well. As you can see, some of the timber companies have already been through, done a little bit of work. There's one of the towers through there to keep an eye on things. A little bit of water lying around on the ground, which is good to see. But again, you can sort of get that feeling that nothing is really flat. So rises up and down through there. Nothing too major in this area, but certainly it doesn't give you flat land, which I understand why some maps don't have a lot of contours and stuff like that, but certainly a land that is just dead flat. And I mean, we've got a lot of land in rural Australia that's dead flat, but it's always nice to have a little bit of movement in height, I think, in any map. All right, so we're coming down through here. This is our wood chip sell point down through here. Now, as yet, I haven't found any floating trees or anything else like that. The map loads up with no errors, so that is fantastic as well. Not that we should be surprised with Stevie's work there. Now, Stevie has gone through, it's been tested, we've already had one update to the test files, but I think everything is working pretty smoothly. I don't think there's been much in the way of errors or anything. I think Stevie's done a pretty good amount of testing himself before he opened it up to, I think there was 3 of us doing some testing. There was myself and Frank and one other, I can't remember who that was. It was Larry maybe. But in any case, it's seemingly running very, very well. All right, so we're just going to take on off around here. We're going to head up and we'll go back up towards the BGA, I think, actually first. And then we'll come back around the other way into the townships. Going off-road a bit, not what we really want to do. But we were very surprised. I certainly was very surprised when Stevie announced he was doing this map, because he did he did hint very strongly that Fenton Forest ×4 was going to be his last map for FS19, and then all of a sudden we find he's working on this one. Can't keep a good man down, and he just can't help himself. He just keeps on bettering himself and keep on bringing maps out. So thank you, Stevie, for all your hard work. I know there's a lot of us that certainly do appreciate it. There's our grain mill, another sell point through there. And as we come off through here to the right, on our right hand side, there will be the BGA. Now, as you saw there was a sign there that said a steep descent. We're not going to go on the BGA. The BGA is pretty stock standard, even though it is custom built. It is a rather steep drop down through here. Again, lovely to see this terrain flow. That field there will be quite difficult for a lightweight tractor with a heavy load, or even a big tractor with a heavy load. So keep that in mind when you're working on that field itself. Alright, down past here through the few houses through here. Going around in between field 6 and 7 now. Now this pretty much takes us back, I think, towards the farm itself. Not quite. But we're going to take this track down through here. There is a dirt road. No, the dirt road goes back the other way, sorry. So we're going to go down the road here. We'll follow the road, we won't go up the dirt track the other way, to just showcase how good this map actually looks. Hope you're enjoying this first look. The map, like I said, is available effectively today or tomorrow. It depends on when this is released, but the 24th of January. So it will be available. It is only available for PC. It won't be available for console, unfortunately. But that is the case with Stevie's maps. And it won't be available for anywhere else other than Stevie's Facebook page. Now, of course, the other third-party sites will end up having it at some point. They all take it away. But I urge you to make sure you grab it from Stevie's Facebook page. The link for which will be down below in the comments. There's County Mill, another sale point through there. Coming up through here, here's our other gas station. So we have a gas station to the north and one to the south, plus also having a fuel point at our own farm. Going past through here, so we're going through the group of fields of 12, 13, 14 and 15. Which are some smaller fields. And again, they could all very easily be joined into one field if you so desired. Now, obviously, you're going to be purchasing them all in one go as well, so it probably could make sense to some to actually go ahead and do that. Our windmill is up here, which is in the southeast side of the map. And as we come in through here for field 16, we find we've got a shed there, so that's a conveniently placed shed for some equipment when you're storing it over here near field 16. Continuing on down. And again, you can see up through here the variation in the altitude, the hill, which is fantastic. I'm really looking forward to that. Bales will be a problem. Round bales will be a problem. I would probably strongly suggest you don't look at doing round bales on these fields here, because they'll probably end up in the water off here to our left hand side. Sorry, right hand side. I'm really having trouble with my lefts and the rights today. I'm sorry, folks. Anyway, coming down through here. Right, so we're heading at field 23. This is one of the large fields. It again has a shed next to it, which is very, very handy. You'll see there's a lot of grass. In fact, what we'll do is we'll go down through this way. There's a lot of side area to the fields, and once you buy the field, you've also got this obviously to use. So you can do one or two things. You can expand your field out to sort of where I'm driving if you so wished and give you more crop area, or alternatively you could actually just use it to gather grass and that for your crop, for your for your bales, or direct grass for your sheep, depending on whether you're playing a seasons or not, and you'll be good to go. Here's those placeable areas up the northern end of the map that I said about before. So you've got one through there, the large one, and you've got another one here. I think there was 4 in total. Here's number 3, and here's number 4. Alright, now in here we have, like I said, the manure sales, US mill and the US spinnery. Again, lovely buildings, plenty of room over here as well. So there's all our sell points through there. Coming back through here, there's our gas station there to our left hand side as I just run into the wall. Alright, too busy looking around instead of watching where I was driving. See, gas station is off through there to our right hand side. Done it again as we speak now. Now traffic only goes around this northern edge of the map, so you don't have to worry about traffic down near the farm itself, all that sort of stuff. So that's something for you to remember, and it's quite easy to remember in that regard. And look at this beautiful vista over here. Nice little sales point, cafe or restaurant through here, overlooking the water. Fantastic, looks great. Alright, you're on the right side of the road, and we'll come back around. Alright, now down in here, this is the animal sale point and the animal supply point. So if we come through over here, animal supplies here. So this is where you can drop off your feed and sell it for animal supplies, and then the animal sale point is just here. Okay, and that is pretty much. Oh, we haven't actually looked at the store, but I don't think we need to really drive around the store and the dairy, but we will anyway because we're nearby, and that will be it. So that is going to be it once we do get up there for the tour and the review of LakeLand by Stevie. Again, it will be available on the 24th of January, so by the time you're watching this, it will be available, and it is available exclusively from Stevie's Facebook page. The link will be down below. Please make sure you check it out, and also make sure that you get it from the Facebook page and nowhere else. It is a great map. We're looking forward to it. We will be playing on this map. The first video for that will be live within 24 hours of this video going live, and we hope you'll join us for that experience as well. So there's Stevie's shop, named it after himself. He's running the shop, which is fine. I hope he's not charging too much. And then over here on the other side of the shop, we have the dairy. And it's a well laid out dairy, and it's Supreme Milk. So that would be it. So again, thanks very much for joining us here. Thank you very much, Stevie, for entrusting me with not only helping you test the map, but also being able to put out an early video on the map. Hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope you support Stevie as best you possibly can. If you can, consider supporting Stevie by donating to his. I think he uses. I think he just uses PayPal as his donation point. But please consider donating to Stevie to encourage him to continue on and provide us with some wonderful maps and mods. All of his mods are available again also from his Facebook page. Also his previous maps, Fenton Forest. And Fenton Forest ×4, both made for Farming Simulator 19, are available from there, plus as well all of his other stuff for Farming Simulator 17. So that's it. That's LakeLand by Stevie. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, press that like button. Is there anything you want to know, any comments, feedback for Stevie, leave that in the comments down below as well. And of course, don't forget to press that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed to the channel, and press that alarm notification icon as well so you're made aware of when more videos are made available on the channel. So until next time, we'll see you again very, very soon back here at LakeLand. Thanks very much, Stevie. See you all later. Bye.